Hi, what's your name?
Harika.
Where are you from?
I grew up in northern part of India and then I came back to southern part of India, which is from Andhra Pradesh for my bachelor's. So I would say hybrid.
How long have you been in the US?
4 years.
What do you love about the US?
I would say the exposure and also the shift in my mindset, because I would say that in India, it was mostly about just getting the job in top company, or it was mostly about the salaries. But here I actually see a lot of people are genuinely passionate about the work they are doing, the projects they are building. Really like that mindset here.
What do you dislike about America?
The immigration struggles.
What is one immigration challenge that you had to face so far?
Fortunately, I did not have to face any struggle or have to face any challenge with immigration. But yeah, I know like a lot of my friends are dealing with several issues. Yeah.
What is your education background?
I have completed my bachelor's back in India in computer science and engineering. Immediately after my bachelor's, I came to US for master's.
What was your major and university in the US?
It was master's in software engineering, specialized in data science and AI. San Jose State University.
What is one thing you did during your master's which helped you succeed in the US?
I would say I just kept trying without giving up, whether it was for my first part-time to internship to first full-time and then my second job. So I think I just kept going and kept trying even after several failures. People kept telling that, oh, it's already March and April, you don't get internship opportunities. But I just kept trying. And then people were like, oh, it's December, nobody actually hires. And then I still applied and I got an interview from NVIDIA. And then even for a job, I just kept trying. So I think, yeah, that kind of like a mindset that really helped me succeeded.
What is one thing you regret not doing during your master's experience in the US?
I think that's a great question. I think I'm like really grateful for everything, because eventually one failure led me, to succeed in the other job. But I would say I should have tried much harder to get an internship in the company that for sure converts to full time. Because as a fresher, it's much easier to get an internship rather than like getting full time directly.
Yes.
So yeah.
For San Jose State, usually people have like 2 to 3 years of experience and then they get into that university.
Yeah.
So how you were able to get into that without any experience?
I think a strong application with a proper preparation and applying way earlier. So I think it mainly depends on first come, first serve basis. So I was already prepared for all the documents. I've researched, about the timelines and everything. So I applied way before.
Did you have any scholarship or anything for that?
No, I did not have any scholarship.
Where do you currently work and what is your position?
I currently work at Amazon as a machine learning engineer too.
How did you get into Amazon as an MLE2?
So I think getting into Amazon, it really required a systematic preparation. Since I already worked before as a machine learning engineer at a startup, that gave me a strong technical exposure. I was already doing what MLE2 or L5 does. So I think that experience really boosted my confidence, my application and everything. I also applied to Amazon with referral from my friend. That increased my chances of getting an interview call. And for the interview preparation, a systematic preparation, because Amazon really focuses on leadership principles, right? So I think making sure that in my mock interviews, I try to articulate in my answers in such a way that I'm covering all the leadership principles, even without them asking explicitly. For example, including data points, already telling through my projects and previous experience how I worked from customer backwards. So all of these were a strong, preparation.
What was the interview process like at Amazon for MLE2 position?
First was the phone screening round, a lead code plus leadership principles. And in leadership principles, they also cover your experience. So usually, even if you're talking about your past projects or experience, you should try to, cover leadership principles as well. And then once I passed through this phone screening, there were 5 interview loop rounds that was also in similar pattern that included coding plus leadership principles along with my past experience, and one was ML system design round.
Basically 2 coding rounds, 1 or 2 behavior rounds, leadership principles focused rounds, and 1 was ML system design.
Yep.
How much do you make annually? You can just give a range.
Yeah, it's based on the location and everything. Generally for MLE2, the base ranges from 150k to 200k, and you also get some bonus and stocks.
Can you give me a breakdown of your monthly expenses and savings in the US?
I think post tax, around 15% of my income goes to rent, around 5% for car, but you don't really need car in Seattle. So if you're moving to Seattle, just don't get car, I would recommend.
Yeah.
And then
I still don't own a car.
that's a great choice. And then around 10% in like a miscellaneous activities, travel, food, and everything. So I'm able to save, I would say, around 60 to 65% of my income. Yeah.
Amazing. Was it worth it moving to the US?
200%. Yep.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like I am a totally different person post, bachelor's. In India, as I already mentioned, it was all about just getting a job, just getting settled in, just getting a good salary. But here, I am like really passionate about my work. I really look forward to every single day, not just weekends, because I really like doing what I'm doing. I'm more passionate. I'm more ambitious. And this whole mindset just really makes me happy and satisfied.
Can you give me a breakdown of day in the life of an MLE2 at Amazon?
Well, it highly depends on like project, team. But I think based on my experience, a day in my life looks like waking up, hitting the gym, having some quick breakfast, and then going to office around like 9:30ish. And then I have around like 2 meetings a day. Most of the days, sometimes I don't. And then I have like my focus time, just really trying to get a lot of tasks done. And then, coming back to home around 5:30, 6-ish. Yeah.
What do you do after that?
I create content. I recently started creating content. Yeah.
If someone who wants to become an MLE2 at Amazon, what are the top 3 resources that they should study from?
I would say not just for Emily, but for any role to get into Amazon, really focus on leadership principles. Don't just by heart it or try to remember, but actually understand those principles, because they don't just interview those principles, they actually use it in every single day. So those are like really helpful. They try to notice that in every answer you give. So focus on leadership principles. Second thing, having a referral would really help, because Amazon is a huge company with a lot of employees. They already have tons of resumes. So try to get a referral. And third point is really focus on the job responsibilities and make sure that you are prepared for those, because even for Emily, different roles require specific skills. Maybe one role focuses more on inference, one more on training, one just building systems around it. So make sure you have those in your projects and try to articulate them well in your interviews.
I understand. So these are the 3 overall strategies. So what I want to know more from you is what are 3 specific resources from which they should prepare from for these interviews?
For leadership, you just
from your stories, yes.
For ML system design, I did chip
you in,
and
ML fundamentals.
I went through LLM hands-on engineering book. I just read them fully, but I think what really helped me was my experience, because it was completely relevant to this job.
Got it.
Like agentic systems, evaluations, and observability, and this role was doing that. So they didn't ask generic questions, and I also didn't prepare a hyper specific to this role, because I was doing full time and then I was searching, right?
Yeah.
So I think that really helped. So I would say, even though you are not specifically interviewing, just still go through these books before, so that you understand these concepts more in depth, so that would eventually help you in your interviews. Because otherwise, just for interviews, if you're reading if you're going through these books, it's very hard to complete.
So for coding,
For coding, just 75 lead code.
blind
Yeah,
75.
blind.
So if someone who doesn't have any experience and still wants to get into FANG, so what would you recommend them?
I think new grad roles are the best opportunities in Amazon, in Google. I think all these companies have SDE ones. Those are comparatively easier to get in. So try to get referrals from your friends. Try to talk with people who have done that in the recent times so that they can give you their preparation guide on how they have done it, and that would be the most relevant preparation guide for you. And also try to already have some experience either through internships or through volunteering positions, because at least in 2026, without having any experience at all, it's very hard to get in.
Extremely hard, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So try to do a lot of internships, try to do co-ops, even like, side projects. Even if you just contribute to open source projects, having that real experience will really help you.
200K in the US or 40 lakhs in India? Which one would you prefer and why?
I would say just in terms of money, if you talk, just in terms of finance, I would say 40 lakh in India, because that would be you can like live your life way more, I think it would be way more luxurious. But if I compare overall things like exposure, being able to work on the state of the art techniques.
Yeah.
So here companies have a lot of money, so that way I have a lot of compute resources, like good data and all. So I think being able to work on these latest technologies and everything, I would choose US.
Makes sense. What's your goal for next 3 to 5 years?
I would want to become a senior machine learning engineer, and I would want to be able to also collaborate with people, because I feel in this AI era, the human communication, collaborating with people connection is like super important.
Yeah.
So maybe I would want to become senior machine learning engineer while also leading the project, guiding my juniors, and also I want to become a technical content creator, because I really want to help people sharing all the resources and spreading awareness.
Amazing. If someone is about to move to the US in 2026 or 2027, what is one advice you would give them?
I would say don't come to US if you are in the mindset of just getting a job somehow, because I think earlier 4 or 5 years back it was still fine that if you're doing okay you would still get into the tech, but I think it's not the case anymore. So come with like a full preparation, I would say. Do all the research about how to get an internship, how to get a research position and all, and I would say just keep working hard crazily without giving up. Just go to these events, talk to people, try all the possible scenarios to get that one internship and get that one full time. Just don't give this universe any chance of not getting any job or something like that. So try all the possibilities.
Make your own luck.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.